What's this?
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my coverage of Might Magic Heroes VII, the Lost Tales of Axeoth, Every Dog Has His Day campaign. That's right, folks, the second free campaign released right now. Actually, it released a couple of days ago. I actually missed it. I decided to check on it, and sure enough, it released on the 14th of April. I'm a little late on the coverage, but that's okay. You all have patiently waited, so let's begin. Alright, the Lost Tales of Axeoth, Every Dog Has His Day. At the height of his career, Dogwoggle was one of King Kilgore's barbarian generals, but he soon learned that Kilgore was quite mad and leading the world toward destruction. Cool. Since he was fond of the world, well, it was where he kept all of his stuff, Dogwoggle turned double agent. He made a deal with Kilgore's enemies, Arathia to be exact, to steal the Sword of Frost on the eve of his final battle against the Elves of Avli, and replaced it with a perfect copy. But things didn't go as expected. We're going to give it a shot with Heroic, guys. I'm going to man up and do it from the beginning. Though I'm thinking Hard might be better. Now we're going Heroic. Alright. I have established that it's going to be awful and terrifying. And again, I don't know if they've adapted the difficulty to be a little bit more challenging or if it's still easy. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. If I absolutely get crushed and murdered, you guys can mock me openly. I will accept it. And then we'll move on from there. Well, let's enjoy.
To all things come an end. We are no more than a character in a story. Our lives easily extinguished by an arrow or a stone. Turn the page and thousands die. And for what? For the pride of two leaders who are inexorably drawn together by the power of their swords and a mutual destiny. You know this story. You know about Armageddon's blade and the Sword of Frost. About the blinding flash, the reckoning, the portals leading countless refugees to a new world. But do you know of the failed attempt to thwart fate? Of the man who called himself hero, held the future of the world in his hands, and then botched it? Yet, even for the most hapless among us, there's a chance at redemption. After all, every dog has his day.
Indeed he does. I don't know, guys. It's fine. Alrighty then. Or, alright, Wharton, as it stands. I'll tell you my story, but only because you bought me those drinks. First, you've got to swear that you won't breathe a word of this to anyone. I think maybe he's not going to hold up his end of the bargain. Just saying. Good, I'll hold you to that promise. Now, where do I begin? The beginning, I guess. Makes sense. It's hard to believe it's only been 2 years. I've been a commander in a lot of armies, but not as successful as the barbarian horde that raged over the lands in the months before the Reckoning. It was nice to be on the winning side for once. I had wealth, victory, everything a man needs, and it was only going to get better, so why did I throw it all away? Well, to put it simply, I got a conscience. Every day I looked into King Kilgore's eyes, I saw something that frightened me. We were all afraid of Kilgore. You walk on eggshells when you're around a man like that. But I truly believe when there was no longer any elves or Arathians to kill that he would have turned on his own people. On me. So, I decided to strike first. Some might call me a traitor. I like to think that I'm a hero. Alright, simple enough. At this point in the war, everyone knew Kilgore was going to win. The Arathians were desperate. I didn't know how desperate they were until I met with an Arathian officer named Adrin. Have you ever met Adrin? No? Well, he's one of those guys with a purpose, you know, the type that will die for a purpose. I've never understood that, dying for gold or a woman. Now that makes sense. Anyway, Adrin explained that Kilgore's famed Sword of Frost was destined to come in contact with another powerful weapon, and when that happened, the world would be torn apart by the resulting explosion. Makes sense. I had planned on selling Kilgore's battle plan to the Arathians. I never thought I would be asked to save the world. Adrin gave me a perfect replica of the Sword of Frost and told me that I was the only person who could get close enough to Kilgore to switch the blades. Yeah, a replica. Looked just like the real thing, I tell you. No one, not even Kilgore, would be able to tell the difference until it was too late. Now, quit interrupting me, Wharton. Stealing the Sword of Frost seemed simple enough considering the quantities of alcohol Kilgore and his kin drank each night. Slipping into their tent and switching the swords would be easy, so I took the job. And just think, I would be the man who saved the world. Everyone would know my name. Instead, I lost the forgery before I could make the switch. We came to a river late in the day. Our enemy, the Avli Elves, were somewhere on the other side. Ever eager to enter battle, Kilgore pushed us onward, fording the river that night so we could kill the elves the next morning. Somewhere in all the commotion, the fake Sword of Frost slipped from where I had it tied to my gear. I almost caught it. Almost. That thing sank like a rock, gone forever, like the river swallowed it. How would you like to be a man who could have saved the world, and didn't because he couldn't tie a proper knot? Yeah, everyone was going to know my name, alright, just not in the way I'd thought. I think I was hoping the prophecy was wrong. I knew I couldn't steal the Sword of Frost without the fake. I had seen Kilgore torture people before. Not a pretty sight. So, I ran. What else could I do? Well, that can't be good. That can't be good at all. What the heck is that thing? Oh gosh, I did it again, folks. Oh, that's me. I'm just hidden behind a mountain. Okay, well, that's an interesting start, I suppose. Hey, don't I look awesome? My name's Dogwoggle. What's yours? Alright, his visage here looks probably a little bit different than it would be behind that wonderful mask. Okay, I have no idea where to begin. Well, apparently we can't go that way, so we go this way, maybe? Aha! There's angels over here. The Archangel Confessor. Let's go and talk to him. Maybe he'll give us donuts or something. It's a good thing I ran too, because the explosion I saw the next morning was incredible. I guided my horse behind a nearby farmhouse just in time to avoid the blistering gale. My other mount, the one I had been saving to keep fresh in case I needed to flee pursuers, wasn't so lucky. As I stood there next to the burning home, I stared in the direction of the explosion. There's no way Kilgore survived that. His army, the Elven army, all of them had to be dead. And then I said to myself, guess I don't have to worry about being a deserter anymore. How can you desert from an army that doesn't exist? This is a true story. Later, an angel soared over me on his way, no doubt, to investigate the battlefield. The winged man spotted me and swooped down and landed next to my horse. No, I didn't reach for my sword. Do you think I am that stupid? I smiled real big and waved. Ha! I said. You are fortunate to have survived the explosion, the angel said. What explosion? I said, meanwhile telling myself to be calm. There was no way this angel knew I could have stopped all this destruction, but I kept wondering if he did know. The winged man looked at me as if I had something hanging from my nose, and then he shrugged. I must be on my way, the angel said, but I thought I should warn you. This sad event has splintered the world to its heart. In just a few days, this land will not be fit for life, if it exists at all. You've got to hand it to those angels. They sure are nice. Anyway, he floated into the air with a single flap of his wings and shouted, You should hurry to one of the portals. A benevolent force has given us all a second chance to a new world. I looked around at the scorched landscape. He didn't have to tell me twice. Oh! Well, he didn't fly away at all. He just kind of skittered along the ground. This guy. Well, so far, I am just killing it right now. I have not messed up at all yet. Hey, what's this? The Reckoning. When Armageddon's blade and the Sword of Frost clashed, a massive explosion shook the very foundations of the world of Enroth. It's only a matter of days before the planet is rendered inhabitable. Fortunately, mysterious portals have been opened leading to another world. Dogwoggle must reach one of these portals before it's too late. Go through the portal of salvation in less than 3 days. Well, that doesn't sound good for me at all if I dally at all, or don't make it. Dogwoggle is limited to level 20 in this map, and he must not be defeated. Well, I don't think that will be difficult, considering I'm just running from one spot to the next. But you never know what you might find. Alright, let's carefully continue. Hey, I am really good at this game, guys. I made it to the portal. I finished the first level. I'm a hero. By the time I made it to the nearest portal, there were earthquakes about every hour, and so much soot and smoke in the air, or in the sky, that it had gone black day and night. I wasn't going to miss it, but then I didn't know what was on the other side of that portal either. I never liked those things. Whatever magic was used to create them leave my stomach feeling like I ate some bad meat. And I always picture some mad wizard somewhere who thinks it's funny to place an exit portal at the bottom of the ocean or inside a volcano. I could totally see me doing that. Alright, we'll try again here. Third time's a charm? Nope. We did it. We're on top of it, but it's a third day. There it is. I guess if the exit portal had been at the bottom of the ocean, I wouldn't be sitting here telling you the story, now would I? And then the first thing I did in this new world was do the chunkiest shout all over the ground. Alright, quest updated. The Reckoning. Woohoo! I did it! I survived! Now I have to find a place to rest, and I'll get 2 destiny and some sandals of swift journey. Fortunately, Mysterio... Okay. I kind of already did all this stuff, but that's fine. We'll do it again. Oh, we are here randomly, huh? Are you guys friendly? No. None of you seem to be very friendly to me. There's a campfire. I suppose I could rest at the campfire. Yay, the rally flag. Yeah, none of these people seem happy that I'm alive right now. There's a trading post. There's a watchtower. I guess we head in this general direction. Is that the place I can rest? I still don't have any troops. I feel as though something's amiss. Well, I can chill there. I can definitely come over here and get my magic power a little bit stronger, because, you know, that I totally have that. Strong magic power and whatnot. I shall end my turn. Is anyone gonna love me? Well, I gotta say, I'm not really sure what I should be doing at this point. Again, I have no army. What happens if I go here? Apparently nothing. Alright, I guess we'll loop back around this way. Surprise! It's all about the Walking Simulator 2016, folks. Who knew that would be a thing? Well, I suppose we're getting closer to whatever our eventual end game is here, but yeah, we'll see. Please let me through. Huh. Well, I gotta say, the game seems a little broken again, but I'm sure there's something specific that I'm failing to do here. Was there some place I could gain troops that I'm just not aware of? Was I supposed to start with troops? Well, what exactly do we know right now? I can't start combat. I can't bypass this in any way. There's not a whole lot else I can do. Is there any... Huh, looks like there's a portal over there, but that's probably the portal I came through. There's no way I get enough resources to do that. Den of Thieves probably isn't going to help me a whole lot. Oh, wait. No, there's some money to be had there. And all these people want to murder me. Well, Well, we're going to waste a lot of time moving around, I suppose. I mean, it's a thing, I guess. Maybe we have enough money to buy the resources we need to fix the thing? I'm highly doubting that as well. It's a new week. Hey, when dwarves throw themselves on hot coals to impress the ladies. ladies, the lady dwarves. They like that lady beard. Hey, there they are! Yay! Have you ever lit a torch at night and watched as moths fly toward it? No? Poor man. What do you Erathians do for fun when you're a boy? Anyway, the moths get too close sometimes. The heat burns their wings and they drop out of the air. What's my point? Well, Wharton, I am sort of like these moths when it comes to roast pig. See this scar here on my wrist? When I was a boy, I tried to grab a roast off the fire and burn my hand pretty darn good. Well, not long after I came through that magic portal, I smelled the unmistakable odor of pig. It smelled good enough to stop my stomach from churning. It turned out to be a longhouse filled with barbarian warriors, my kind of people. Well, there we go. I made the wrong choice. Let's cancel it. No! Alright, there we go. Now we have some warriors, we have some soldiers, we have some troops. We are ready and eager to get even more. Recruit all! Okay, gotta say I'm pretty happy with this outcome. I think most of you would agree. Probably a little bit happier had we done this a bit earlier, not gonna lie. Alright, so what do we want to do now? Do I want to modestly fight you, or do I want to come over here and take on that? I believe that's going to be the play. I'm also going to go over here and do a trivial battle against this fool. So, for those of you scoring at home, don't do what I did and fail by searching everywhere but the place I was supposed to go. As you see, it's not the play. Alright, begin combat! You come to me with giant sword? I slaughter you, sir. Eventually, I might... It's probable that I'll slaughter you. Open fire-ish. We don't really want to wait with the folks, do we? I believe that is a big fat negatory. With some big fat catchatory. Yeah, high luck. You get wrecked by the double arrow to the face. Oh, more high luck. Man, we got high morale, high luck, high everything. We are rocking solid right now. 98 damage has been done to you, sir. And we are not nearly done just yet. Oh gosh, he scared me. He ran toward me. It made me nervous. It made me nervous. Alright, Cacciatore, go! Alright, so the first battle is victorious. Of course, I did manage to murder the giant dude that wanted to kill us, and that, well, that's a win. It also means that we can tag this, and now we have claim over this particular group of stuff. That looks like it could be painful and unsatisfying. Let's not play with it. Modest fight. Let's go get ourselves a fort. Alright, the fort. Let's see what quick combat does. I'm sure we're going to lose like half of our people. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. Alright, so we're going to manually do it. Now, I can't guarantee that manually fighting this is going to be any better than what just happened. But we can hope. Alright, big man throwing big rocks. I suppose that's kind of cool in some way. Alright, it's going to hurt the vast majority of you. Now we're going to have you guys skip your turn. You're going to shoot at somebody. Very uncool. We're going to shoot you with high luck and 19 damage. Not too bad. Fortunately, this isn't going to do too much either. She survived it. She's doing pretty good. Alright, we'll stomp our way over here a little bit. And the Furies, or the Harpies, or the whateveries are gonna come over here to do damage. Damage to us. How much HP do you have left? Ooh, not very much. And you're gonna lose one. Oh, that makes me super sad. What doesn't make me super sad is the fact that we did manage to actually kill them. Now please retreat, don't die to whatever that is. Oh, the low morale. Get wrecked. Don't even bother stopping by. You ain't got nothing on us. Alright, we will do a little bit of a murderation to you. There it is. Very cool. Ooh, we get to go again, apparently. Let's kill off some of you. Let's kill off another chunk of you guys. Cool, cool. We could do you... Why not? We'll do a little bit more. Bam. So now very, very, very small amounts of baby damage can be done. And it looks like the high morale, once again, was not their friend. Come around to the backside. Bam! And, wow, we annihilated them. Cool. Alright, the big man's going to throw a big rock. Boom. Very cool. And we're going to annihilate you. And then we're going to casually float over the wall here. Which then in turn allows us to go further and slay. Alright, not too bad. We lost one of our centaurs. Far better than the previous attempt. Do we really have to rebuild it? We do, don't we? Son of a... Alright. Well, we have plenty of time to rebuild it. Why and how, you may ask? Well, that's really quite simple. Is it 5 or is it 10? Oh, I can never remember. It's 10. I thought it was 10. I was not wrong. Trade. Oh, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Alright, whatever. We did it. We're heroes. No. Now we're here. Oh. Well, okay, we were heroes before. Yay. Alright, sweet. That exists now. I don't know if that's really necessarily a great thing or not, but it does exist. Oh, tons and tons of stuff. Alright. Yeah, I suppose we can go do that one. Alright, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a shot and see what comes up. Alright, quick combat's gonna say that we get beat down. I would say that we get beat down, but not as badly as they're saying that we get beat down. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Alright, I say if we attack you straight up, going to do a little bit of work for us. We're going to move here and move here. Good, you get to actually not move. Oh, I was hoping we'd go first. You're going to hit our harpies in the face, aren't you? Yep. Alright, let's do damage to him. Let's do it to, oh, let's do a lot more damage to, yeah. Ooh, that felt good. Alright, take that on, right upside your noggin. And we shall come ever closer to you, where we will eventually slaughter your soul. Or something, I have no idea. I'm faking it. I'm sure most of you are as well. Alright, backing up with the harpy. We're gonna have, oh, you're gonna, that's interesting. You shall not slay us. Okay, I lied, you can kill one of us. Totally knew that was gonna happen. All part of the plan. Far less impressive than it should have been. This is going to be about the same as unimpressiveness as it was. And hiya! Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. But we have the potential for the murder there and more murder over here. And back. And it's done. So we lost 2 harpies and 1 orc. Not too bad. We could have gotten a little bit luckier there, and maybe it would have gone better, but it's not bad. Alright, we're going all might. All the time. Alright, what's closer? That or this? I'd say probably that. Alright, we will end our turn. Halved income from gold mines or pits and sawmills. None from crystal, underground pits, or craters or blood forges. All of those are bad things. Well, the fact that we don't actually get any of those are bad things, I suppose. Alright, is there a campfire right there I can totally make use of? Yes, there is. Alright, next up on the old Dakidaru, we're gonna come... Why is this modest now? Oh, because it grew in strength and power. That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, well, what do we want to do now? I guess we go after this. So I may have already condemned myself to death here, because of the fact that it took us as long as it did to get to where we are. Very possible that we are going to lose, because I pretty much spent the entire time skittering around doing absolutely nothing. And that allowed them to get an extra week's worth of awesome against this. Oh my god, that hurt so bad. Why was that a thing? That was not cool. Jeez, alright. Some damage to you. Man, so little damage though. Just trying to mitigate the next attack as best we can. Ouch. Alright, you can move pretty far, but not super ridiculously far. Oh, our ranged units are going to get molested. It's going to be very unpleasant. Yep. We are going to have ourselves a very difficult time. Alright, we're going to hopefully stay here and murder you. No promises, though. We may end up retreating back. Nope. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. Alright, well, we'll take a shot at you. We will skip over your turn. And as much as I wanted to traverse the battlefield here and kill those guys, looks like I'm going to have to deal with you next. Then I can start to traverse next time around. Oh good, high morale to pretty much put me in my place. Nice. Oh, we got high luck. Very good. Yep, not great. Boy, oh boy, do I wish I could resurrect my folks. Alright, a little bit of damage there. Just going to defend. Going to blast you. It is going very, very poorly for us. Oh, would you look at that. Oh, you can still make the close. Nice. Bam! Wrecked! Alright, it is your final time to... Ow, really, 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 really hurt me badly. Thank you for that. Defend. Fire, killing off 2. Then we get to fire and kill off possibly 2 as well. Then the eventual destruction of your soul. Messy, nasty, painful, and very unsatisfying. But in the end, we were victorious. I'm hoping that this works out well for us, so we don't just die. Alright, it's already been visited. We'll come here. My jaw dropped, and then I burst out in laughter when I saw the fleeing man in. There was a sign by the door with the image of a running man with his arms in the air and his hair on fire. There was even a welcome mat that said, "Come in! You've come from another world to get here." I love people. They've only been in this new world a few days, and already the alcohol is flowing. I was about to go inside for a drink when I noticed a parchment nailed to the wall next to the door. On it was a crude sketch of my face and my name. It read, "Reward, 10,000 gold for any information leading to the capture of this man. Contact General Adrin in the town of New Hope." I tore down the parchment, wondering how long it had been there. Would anyone recognize my picture? What could I do? Adrin could only want me for one reason. Revenge! He was the only man who knew that I could have saved the world, and I was beginning to think that everyone who knew had perished in the old world. I couldn't go to Adrin. What could I say? Sorry, I blew up the world. You know, everyone loses things. Can you really blame me? I was going to end up at the end of a rope if I didn't do something about Adrin. Alright, +2 destiny and the Sandals of Swift Journey. Alright, folks, with that, I think I will break off the episode right here. In the next episode, hopefully we can recover from our somewhat rocky start. If I can't, I might just start over on my own and not fail at finding my people right away and see where that takes me. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I won't be doing this daily, but I should be doing it several times a week. There's a lot of stuff on the channel, guys and gals. I don't want to neglect everything just for HOMM 7's free campaign. We'll get through it slowly. If it's roughly the same size as last time, I don't mind dragging it out for a 2-month period as opposed to getting it done in like 20 days or whatever it was. So, that's where we stand. Hopefully, again, you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time with another Lost Tale of Axeoth. Every dog has his day campaign. For HOMM 7. Alright, that's a mouthful. Even worse than the Unity campaign. Anyway, folks, until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.